I want to tell you a little story, and this is why I started the entire SG Nexus solar idea in the first place. It's also the reason why I started the solar business, better part of 2 decades ago. And it's all because the more you look around and the more you hear the horror stories, like the one I'm about to tell you, the more you realize I just want things done properly. Why is it so hard? And there's 2 reasons that things are so hard. One, people don't know what good information is, and so it's a lot of guesswork and a lot of unscrupulous people making claims on things that aren't true, just flat out lies to try and make a sale, all this horrible stuff that exists in the solar industry. So I've set about setting up a platform that is completely sales agnostic. It's not about selling you anything, it's about giving you all the information. But it's trained by qualified electricians and solar installers, the Australian rules and regulations, product data sheets from equipment, so that you actually have everything on paper and you can actually check a set of facts, ask questions from an intelligent, trained system rather than somebody's opinion, including mine. I have my own opinions on things. I built this to be completely void of all of that. It is just data, it's just maths, and it's just rules. It's everything you need to know without the emotion behind it. And that's the brilliance of modern systems, especially AI-based systems, that we can put reasoning and logic behind data and facts, and you can ask it a question and get curated results that are based on, opinionless facts. So that's what I've been building, and here's why. Went and caught up with a client the other day and got talking to, I believe it was the father-in-law, and they were in the middle of taking one of these national crappy solar companies to court because everything had gone terrible. Now, they presented well, I assume the paperwork all looked good, they went through the process, I assume there was money exchanged, and then everything went to pieces. So how do you prevent this? And of course, they as the customer, as the client, they'd done their homework as best they knew how to, and it still went pear-shaped. So I'm solving this with SG Nexus Solar in a couple of ways. Number one is the entire AI assistant to help you design a system. Ask it all the design questions, and it's going to work off trained design processes and maths and data sheets and not opinions. It's going to be better than most salespeople on the planet because it's actually got way more context and way more data than pretty much any salespeople, because most salespeople are call center operators and not actual trained tradespeople. Number 2, we are putting a installer section, an approved installer section. If you're a solar installer and you want to get listed on our platform, you submit an application and we actually review the business. We check their ASIC records, their licenses, insurance, make sure they're a legitimate business, and then we look at their public profile as far as complaints. We want to look at their ratings on socials, all of that stuff, so we get a good idea of whether they are a good, reputable business worth dealing with or not. And because it's our platform, we get to decide who gets on. There is a set list of criteria. So if you're a good operator and you do good work, absolutely we want to get you on the platform. But it's to keep the dodgy players out. It will become a place where people can go and find an installer, and we don't run advertising. It's purely, there's a user cost per month, and there's a cost for them per month to get listed on the platform, and then that's it. We don't charge the businesses for leads that come through. We don't push leads, we don't sell anything. We just let people who are looking for installers search the map or search the list, find installers they like from their little profile. They can look at their website, decide who they want to go with, contact them, and they work it out between themselves what they want to do as far as the actual, whether they want to go ahead with a quote. So we don't get involved in any of that. We just do some pre-vetting to make sure that you've got a good list of solid installers that are worth contacting. So the reason that this person is in court with this big national company is because it was all done on lies. It's all a great big mess. It's cheap, nasty equipment. It was the cheapest possible subcontractor, and the whole thing went down the toilet. And it could all be avoided if SG Nexus Solar was actually live, run a query, search, and then pick from a list of pre-vetted, approved installers. None of that would have been a problem. So that's what we are about to launch. I'll drop a link down below soon that'll have details about the launch and what we're doing, and you can read more from there.